Hi. I'm nervous. Okay, so this video might be totally irrelevant. I know a lot of you here, um, because you're amazing, are going to say, Frances, you don't need to explain yourself. But I just like transparency, and so that is what we are doing here. I have my crystal to help me speak clearly and hopefully concisely, because this is not that big a deal, but for me it's a big deal. The long and short of it, fam, is I have to raise my prices. And it's always so scary. And I wanted to make this video to like chat about it. I know it's just me talking, but it's just important to me to be transparent. So I'm just gonna pretend like we're sitting here and I'm just talking to you, which is what we're doing here. Okay, so it's no secret that things are more expensive in this world, right? I have not raised my prices in almost 5 years. This is something that I probably needed to do a few years ago, but I was really putting it off because I know how tough it is out there. I know a lot of people are financially really conscious right now because it's just everything is really expensive, from just like basics, like forget taking yourself out to dinner or vacation. It's like groceries, bills, like it's just a lot. And so for me, I was like, I really don't want to raise my prices because I believe that Reiki and tarot, these are part of like to me, this is, if it is a part of your monthly or yearly practice, like this is as important as therapy. This is as helpful as getting support from any other type of doctor. Now, of course, I'm not a doctor, but it's a different way of supporting yourself. And so I really wanted to help make this accessible. And I did for as long as I can. And now, to just be so honest with you, it's not that I want to raise my prices. I have to, in order to continue to support myself and my family and pay our bills. With the rise of, the cost of living, inflation, all of it, it's just something that I can't put off any longer. And it's so scary. But it just is the truth of what it is at this point, and in addition to the rise of the world around us in terms of cost of living, I've been doing this for many, many years now, and so I have to also honor and respect myself and my service, and my experience has grown over these years. I've fine-tuned my skills and the way that I hold space for people, for you. And it's not something that I take lightly. My clients are a huge part of my life. So many of us, and so many of you watching, I hope you feel this way too, but like, we're not just client practitioner. I really feel like we're friends, sisters. Most of my clients are women, but for the men as well, I feel this deep connection to you. I think about all of you so much. And that's not what I'm raising my prices for. Heck no. Like, that is such a blessing that I get to be connected with you in this way. But that's also part of the weight that I've been feeling, is like, I don't want to, burden anyone who wants to receive a service. And again, like, my experience too, like, this is when I have to, and it's so hard for me, but like, I have to switch gears into, I don't even want to say the word, but like CEO, right? Because at the end of the day, as much as I love all of you and you are so important to me, and I love this work and I'm so grateful to do it, and we have these amazing relationships now, which I just can't even believe that I get to connect with people all over the world like this. Like, it is such a blessing. For my humanness, that is soul connection, right? For my humanness, I have to literally sit down in the mirror and be like, Frances, you are also running a business. And I know that feels weird for you to say, but you're running a business, and you have to also look at this as a CEO and as a business owner, and look at the finances. And again, I was putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And now when I look at that, I just can't anymore. And I have to also honor myself as a service provider, right? So like when you work in a company, every year, typically you get a raise. And I hope that that's happening for you. Or at least I hope that that's an open, honest communication. If you are employed, I hope that your employer is like, hey, you deserve this, but either we financially can't or we can and you're getting it, right? And I hope that that's how it's working. That's how it's supposed to work. I don't know that it is happening out there right now, but that is what's supposed to be happening. And so for me, when I put on my business owner hat and I put on my CEO hat, I also have to honor and respect my time and dedication and energy and the growth as a practitioner here. And so it feels so weird, but ultimately, again, this is not a want to raise my prices. This is a need. Because if I don't, number one, my energy is going to lack and I'm not going to be able to serve you well. I am a huge believer. And if you ever worked with me in a one-on-one setting, I have learned from spirit that energy expelled is energy received. And if we are not receiving our worth, we're going to get so drained. And so again, I have to, at this point, increase the investment to match my energy that I share with you, that I'm so privileged and honored and grateful to share with you. But it's not an energy match anymore. And so I have to increase that. And then in addition, with the increased cost of living. And also, guys, this is not just like increased cost of living. I'll share some screenshots here. My overhead has also increased, right? So my Squarespace, like to have my website, that's gone up almost 30% a year. My Teachable, to house my online courses, that's gone up almost 30% a year. My Canva, my iPhone, my iCloud, whatever, storage, like Dropbox, like all the places to house all of the things that I share with you, that has gone up. So, overhead of just running a business, it increases, even in a digital sense. Because, those companies are paying those employees and all of the infrastructure and everything. So it's such this trickle down effect. And what has been weighing on my heart and why I've been really trying to put this off is that I don't want the trickle down effect to now affect you. And so I have been trying to carry as much as I can for as long as I can. But again, it's gotten to the point now where I have to, because if I don't, number one, I won't be able to show up for you well because that energy match isn't there. But number two, I'll have to get another job in addition to running here, running this soul-led work, and being a mother, and trying to also be a human being and just like a woman. I will have to get another job in order to support myself and my family, which would then further drain the energy and the support that I'm able to give to you. And so again, this isn't a want. Trust me, I want to give everything away for free, which does bring me to part two. There are some free things coming for you, which I'm very excited about. But as much as I want to just be able to hold this space, and maybe one day that will be the case. Maybe one day, who knows what's going to happen, and I can have a space where people can come and receive for free, or doing that in a virtual distance setting as I have it now. But at this time, it's not. And so I have to be brave, and it's so scary, and it just like feels so weird to be talking about this. But again, I want to be transparent, and so I have to do this. And again, this accounts, and I've been so strategic about it, by the way. I have been doing all the math to account for truly like matching inflation rate exactly. And then in addition to trying to put on like my big girl CEO hat and like giving myself the raise over 5 years. And this is not like a lot. I'm pretty sure the raise I'm giving myself is like 2%, which is fine. This is also my energy match of like what I want to give to you and still make this accessible, because to me, gosh, whole nother topic, but wellness, mental health support, spiritual, energetic support, just going to a doctor of your choice is so, it should be accessible to everyone. And so for me, while I do charge for my services because I have to for an energetic exchange, that's actually in Reiki training. Usui, who is the father of Reiki, said we must, unless we want to gift it, which again, I wish I could, but there has to be an equal energy exchange there. So that is like rooted in Reiki. But I digress. Gosh, now I don't even know what I was trying to say because I got distracted with Usui. I don't know. I've lost my train of thought now, so maybe it wasn't supposed to be said, or it will come back to me. But dang it, I really wish I knew what I was gonna say. Maybe it'll come back and then I'll put it in the comments when I go back and rewatch this. But yeah, anyways, all of that to say, this is something that I need to do, and I think I was going to say, in addition to all of the services that I offer, I do also love sharing my YouTube readings and the social media side of things, and all of these other pieces of a business that have to exist in order to run, that require a lot of time and energy. So I think, I was talking about percentages. That's what it was. Thanks, team. Thanks, brain. So I've been very strategic about looking at how much inflation is. These aren't just random numbers that I've thrown out. These are very intentional energy match and economy match that, again, I've been trying to put off that I can't anymore. So, and what I've done is, when I've gotten those numbers and looked at the percentage, essentially like the percent to add to each service, I've then dispersed that evenly across all services, right? So for example, if one service, I'm just gonna use easy numbers, right? So if a service is $10 and then I'm gonna increase it and that's $2, but $2 increase, so then that service becomes $12. But then there's another service that started out as $20. That same percent increase would then make that service like way more expensive. So the jump per service, like the gap from the increase in the investment, would be way larger for the initial offering that is more of an investment, because it was larger to begin with, so it would be a higher percentage increase. So instead, I have done all of that math and then dispersed it evenly, so that no matter what service you are looking to receive from, it's not like, I can't do that because that one is so much more expensive now, so I guess I'll do this one. It's been dispersed so that it is even amongst all the services offered. So that is kind of the nitty gritty of how I have come up with the new rates. Again, this has been so intentional. I'm so scared, but it is something that I have to do in order to keep serving you, in order to keep showing up here. I hold you so close here that I don't want to stop doing this. And so this is, again, what is going to allow me to keep doing that. Now, free stuff. We all love free stuff. YouTube videos will keep continuing to come out. It is my hope, at least by the new year, that I will have more time and space to create more Reiki charged guided meditations, sound healings. I know a lot of you love those. I've gotten a lot of messages. When are those coming back? They are coming back. It's just, honestly, there's a lot going on right now in my life, and so holding space for everything. And I do prioritize my one-on-one clients, so making sure that there is enough energy there. Anything I have in addition to that is going to go to free content, free support. And I'm hoping that with this investment increase, the energy match is going to be more even, not more even. It will be even, that I will have a little bit more of an extra energy after that to share with you in a free capacity. I am also going to be making all of my online courses free. I love these online courses. They're full of so much valuable information, actionable information. They are self-paced. You can take them at any time you want to. So, or in any pace you want to, I should say. And I know a lot of you have invested in the past. Stay tuned. Keep an eye out for an email from me if you have purchased an online course, because I want to say thank you for that. So if you've purchased an online course, keep an eye out for an email from me. But for those of you who have not yet or have had your eye on them, they're going to be free for you now. So I will share more about that. And I also hope to have more offerings and more space that are likely still, there will be an investment, but a really more accessible investment, anywhere from $11 to $33, depending on what it is. So again, these are things that I am really excited to share in the new year. By the way, this price change will start January 1st. I'm going to come back to that in just a moment. But these things I hope to share in the new year. And I'm hoping, again, that with this new energy match, I will have more energy to share more with you, both in a one-on-one setting. Again, that is always going to be my priority, because you are so important, and the work that I do is so sacred, and it's so, I feel, and thankfully to you, you've shared that with me, that it's really supportive and impactful. So again, that's always going to be my priority. And then again, I'm hoping that I'll have extra. Now, coming back to when this is taking effect. So January 1st, 2025 is when this will take effect. However, it is not happening yet, which means that for the rest of the year, you can book at the current rate, and you can book at this current rate as far out as you want to. Okay. So, I want to give you that option. If you know that you're someone who likes your monthly or your quarterly or your maintenance whenever you like it, and you're like, I'm really nervous for this price adjustment, you can book your sessions now for next year. Okay. So I want to make that available to you. But again, the price change will occur on January 1st, 2025. Anything else that I want to share here? I don't know. If you're still watching this, like, thank you. Thank you for your time and energy. Again, I know a lot of you are like, Frances, this is unnecessary. I know some of you are probably like, this sucks. Yeah, to all of it. But again, this is what I have to do in order to keep showing up for you in a way that's actually going to be impactful and support you, and be able to support myself and my family as well. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you for your continued support. And I hope that you feel that continued support from me as well. Money has always been a really tough thing for me to talk about. I don't like it. I wish that I could do all of this for free. But again, in our human world that I live in too, we all have rent and bills and little people to care for, ourselves to care for, all the things. So I really do appreciate your grace and your understanding and your support. And again, I can't wait to keep supporting you. And this has been tough, but I appreciate you. So thank you for being here. Any questions, leave them in the comments, please. If you want to email me, if you're concerned or, whatever it may be, I am here. And stay tuned. Keep an eye on your inbox. Keep an eye here for more things that I hope to share come the new year. But in the meantime, thank you. I appreciate you. I can't wait to stay connected and continue to get to grow together, because what a beautiful opportunity and gift it is to be connected with you in this very intimate way. So I thank you. I love you, and I will see you soon.